guys, welcome back to another episode of our bizarre and unusual world, recreated for ASMR. If you'd like to see the original episode of this series, be sure to check out my second channel that will be linked below. Today's episode, we are going to be going over La Llorona.
Me dicen el negro, Llorona, negro pero cariñoso. Yo soy como el chile verde, Llorona, picante pero sabroso. So I first heard about La Llorona in about 2011 when Joe Nation did a short film for Halloween based around the topic. So starting out with the what is La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman? She is a very popular ghost within Mexican folklore and Mexican culture. She is said to be a natural beauty with long, beautiful dark hair and is often seen wearing a long white gown. She also frequents rivers or creeks, different bodies of water basically. So who does the legend say she is? Well, as most stories and legends go, there are quite a few different versions of La Llorona, but one specific version kept coming up when I was doing my research. La Llorona is said to be a beautiful woman named Maria. Now, Maria married a handsome and wealthy man. This man cared for her with gifts and attention, and they would end up having 2 sons together. After some time, things changed, and it seemed as if he no longer cared for Maria. He was never home, and when he did return, it was only to visit the children. And in turn, Maria began to feel resentment towards her 2 children. And sadly, after her husband left her for another woman, she turned her rage onto her children. She took them to a nearby river and threw them in. The children, of course, disappeared down the stream, and Maria realized what she had done. She tried to save them, but unfortunately it was too late, and her children were lost. Her grief consumed her, and her screaming and wailing echoed as she jumped into the river herself, and drowned. From there, Maria proceeded to the afterlife, where she was stopped at the gates of heaven, where they asked her where her children were. When Maria couldn't answer, she wasn't allowed to enter the afterlife until she could locate her children. Maria is now forced to wander Earth for all eternity, searching for her lost children. She is always weeping, crying, or screaming, and that is said to be how Maria turned into La Llorona. These stories and legends are always really hard to pinpoint exactly when the legend started or was created, but this legend has easily been around for hundreds of years, back in the days of the conquistador. Lots of Mexican tales and culture reference this story. Now on to the where. It's safe to say that this story is very popular in Mexico. It's also popular in southern parts of Texas as well. Some versions of this legend do suggest that if you have Mexican bloodline, then you will be able to hear La Llorona screaming or wailing near bodies of water. As for the why is this legend still told today, or what is the point of this legend? It is said that parents use this story as a way to scare their children and make sure that they don't wander off at night, or to be afraid of drowning at local rivers, streams, bodies of water. Other versions of this legend have parents warning their children about La Llorona because she will kidnap children who resemble her own and drown them in hopes of them replacing her own kids. Today, how is the legend referenced? There are many versions of La Llorona today through music, writing, entertainment. She has been featured on episodes of Grimm as well as Supernatural and different movies and Mexican short shows and plays. Safe to say that the creative aspects within Hollywood and other film industry have taken up the legend of La Llorona. So have you heard of La Llorona? And if so, what is the version that you've heard, or the version that your family told you growing up? I find these different legends super interesting, especially from different backgrounds and cultures. I loved researching this one for this episode. Thank you so much for listening to this
episode, be sure to check out